please?
Yeah, can I have a bacon double cheeseburger?
XL or smaller one?
The normal one, please.
Would you like to make the meal now? It's like 40p difference.
Nah, I'm good.
Come to second window, please.
Alright peeps, as you can see, it's a different food I've eaten. We're actually at a takeaway, like I don't even go to Burger King, but I felt craving for a burger, so I'm having one. Never feel guilty for having some foods that quote unquote aren't healthy. It's all about balance. People keep messaging me, like really worried and like have really poor relationship with food to the point where they're actually worried and scared to eat certain things. That you shouldn't feel that way. Where's my wallet? If I don't have the money for this, this is gonna be embarrassing. Barbecue sauce, please.
Can you pay for that? Thank you.
20p extra just for barbecue sauce. That's a rip-off. I've never seen them do that before. I'm actually gonna eat this in the car park purely because I ain't got time to go home. But as you may have saw, I ended up getting a Burger King. I ended up getting a burger and fries. Was it double bacon burger? Jesus Christ. And the reason I got this is because this would be a perfect time to kind of show you sometimes you can indulge, because sometimes I feel like people have a really poor relationship with food, as I was mentioning earlier. Like, I'll give you a prime example. On Instagram Live a few days ago, someone in the comments was like, they have been craving Halo Top ice cream for 4 months, but didn't have it because they really were worried about gaining weight. Halo Top, you know, not even like a Ben & Jerry's Halo Top, but even if it was actual Ben & Jerry's, waiting 4 months to have something that you want and you still haven't had it yet, it shows that you have a really poor relationship with food. There's nothing wrong with having foods that are quote unquote unhealthy if you have it in moderation, unless you've got like a really bad binge effect, like you haven't got any willpower. But you shouldn't be banning yourself completely, because when you do that kind of stuff, all that happens is you just start hating food and you start being worried and you start getting an eating disorder. That's not the way forward. Personally, I don't eat takeaways often, but that's just because I'm a good cook. I'm a pretty good cook without having to be too big-headed, which means the foods that I cook on a regular basis taste pretty good, so I don't crave takeaways. But when I do want a takeaway, I'll have it at the drop of the hat, because I don't have like a weekly cheat day or cheat meal. I just eat good whenever, most of the time, and then if I want a takeaway or a milkshake, I'll go get it. Okay, now I'm seeing the burger. Now I know why they probably wanted me to get the XL. With the chips, it should be an okay meal. You don't have to overindulge, especially in the morning. This is my first meal of the day. So that's one of the things you should always be wary of. Even though the extra or supersize or whatever they call it, the XL, is only like 40 pence or sometimes even 20 pence more expensive. In terms of like financially, yeah, it's a bargain. But in terms of like your body, you don't want to overindulge just because it's 40 pence. You gotta think of it this way. Is an extra 30 or 20 pence worth an extra potentially 100, 200 calories? Don't let them fatten you up.
I'm like, oh girl, you're my ghost girl. You take away my breath. And if I break your heart and you break my heart, and there's not a lot of heart left, and I ain't the best.
Alright, say what you want about Burger King. I enjoy it. Maybe it's because I don't go takeaways that frequent, so maybe my standards isn't as high as those that are a regular McDonald's person. But for me, eating that maybe once every other few months tastes good. And as I said, it's not because I'm afraid of eating takeaway, it's simply because I'm a really good cook. So if I can cook foods that I like more than like a takeaway, I'm gonna cook it. If I'm gonna have a takeaway or junk food, I'm gonna probably do like a sit down restaurant and get like a big juicy burger or a rack of ribs at like TGI's or something. But yeah man, also in regards to the drink, don't forget the drinks is probably gonna sometimes have more calories than the actual food. This doesn't even taste that nice. It's supposed to be Fanta, but it just tastes like orange, like a cheap version. So in honesty, just because I don't enjoy it, I'm not gonna drink all of this. That's a key thing to remember as well. When you order something, whether it be takeaway or anything, food in general, if you don't enjoy it, don't waste the calories on it. If you're someone that's like cutting or you're trying to lose weight or something like that, go buy something else that you enjoy, because there's nothing worse than eating something that's super high in calorie that don't even taste good. Because sometimes you may crave like a certain food, right, like a pizza, right? You go buy the pizza, and when it comes, it doesn't taste as good as it normally does. Just don't eat. Go get something else, because you don't want to wait. You don't want to eat all those calories and not even enjoy the meal, because that is the epitome of a wasted time. Alright, as you can see, as you can see, we are at Asda, and we are basically coming to get some food so I can actually cook for the rest of the full day of eating, because that is one of the main reasons I didn't actually cook in the morning. Was one, I only had like one small thing there, and it wasn't enough that I actually wanted, and also I did actually also crave a burger, so I thought, you know, two birds, one stone. and I can also be able to educate people that you can actually enjoy food without having to drive yourself crazy. Oh shit, I didn't even realize. My bad. See that right there? That's YouTuber problems. When the camera wasn't flicked up, I couldn't see that the gorilla pod was there. Put that away. So yeah, as for this drink, I've halfway drank it. I'm just gonna throw the rest away in the bin. Alright, we're back, people. I'll show you probably more of the stuff later, but you've seen most of it. The only thing you didn't see was some vegetable stir fry and some rice noodles, which I'll probably cook at some point today with the chicken. Right, we are on the move, people. We are going back home quickly. I'm gonna be there for like maybe 10 minutes, drop off this stuff, put it in the fridge, and then I got a jet right back out. This is one of the days when you're busy, like realistically I could have done this whole day and not had the takeaway. So I don't want people to feel like, oh, if you're busy you have to have takeaway. No, I could have easily had like prepared a nicer meal, or just literally went to Asda and bought like an actual normal meal you can have in the like on the go, like a cold meal. For those of you out there that may be like potentially suffering the eating disorder, or you're literally that frightened to eat certain foods, feel free to write down in the comments what sort of video or what sort of topic videos you'd like me to touch on. Similar to the previous one where I spoke about skinny guys with the fast metabolisms, I want to go in detail on certain topics that are also helpful as well. Like they always die when I put them out on YouTube because my following may not care about it, but in the long term, skins over months and years, they usually get quite a bit of views because people like knowing the actual information. So feel free to hit me up with any sort of topic you would like me to speak on, and I'll definitely put it in a list and see which ones I can do. What's good, peeps? It has been probably around, there's a lighting. It has been probably around like 2 hours since I've last seen you. I'm actually still out and about, but it's taking longer than I thought. I'm trying to get my hair cut, Bob is taking long. So, but I'm getting really pecky. So, if you go into my car, I should have my snacks that I have all the time in my car, which is peanuts. And I also have a protein cookie, well, a protein baked cookie, so it's really tasty. These are the snacks I'm going to quickly munch on before I have to go back inside, because I was getting so hungry waiting. I think I've still got like probably about 40 minutes. So this is a key tip: always have some sort of accessible, somewhat good snacks on you so you can eat so you're not hungry, because otherwise, as soon as I left it, if I stayed another 40 minutes starving, I'd probably like super binge on something absolutely crazy, like going to KFC when I didn't need to. So yeah, just remember that, always have something on hand. Anyways, I'm going to dip back in before someone tries and takes my spot. Alright people, it's been around an hour, so we are ready for the gym quickly, and we're actually at a pure gym. It's a different pure gym. I'll probably talk about that in a future video, but in essence I'm going to this gym. It's got good lighting so I can do some shots for my protein as well as just get a quick session. Alright, I'm now back home. I managed to do all my shots in that gym. I also managed to obviously train as well, which is pretty good. So right now I'm going to make another meal. So stay tuned for that. Don't worry, I'm going to change the lens to the wide one in a second. I've just got in. This is what I take my photos with. If you want to know anything about my cameras, actually, description box of the video. They're in every single video now. The description box have all my camera setups and everything. Anyways, because I can't be asked to cook straight away, I'm going to put in one of these Jamaican patties that I love so much. So I'm going to put in this one. This is my favourite one, the chili beef one. So I'm going to put that in the microwave, put it in the oven for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. And then in about 15 minutes, I'll start cooking my actual dinner. So, yeah. Actually, in case any of you happen to care about how much calories is in like a patty, Jamaican patty, not a pasty, it is roughly around, it's quite a lot of calories. It's around 500 calories for one of these. It looks like that. So it's not that big, but I will say they are quite filling. Alright people, now it's time to cook another meal. So what we're going to go for is the chicken I showed you guys. Boom! Chicken drumsticks, I'll probably have half the packet. And we're going to have it with a stir fry, rice noodles, and the veg. Right, just to show you the order in which we're going to cook. The stir fry literally only takes around 5 minutes to cook, so we'll cook that at the very end. Whereas the chicken will take roughly around 25 minutes, because these are pretty thick drumsticks. That is why I recommend the Shazam brand. And for the 5 billionth time, because people always will ask me, why do I use a halal chicken? It's because it's already seasoned, it's already skinless. That is the main reason, and they are pretty big. If you go and compare these size drumsticks to the normal like Tesco or Asda ones, they are quite bigger. So yeah, they're just really thick, and they are really juicy, so I really like them. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not Muslim, I just like them because they're already skinned. It saves me a job, and that's why I use them. In case you want to know what seasons I'm going to use on it, this is what I'm going to use, and from right to left is the order in which I put it on. So I'll start with the garlic pepper, then go on to the Cajun seasoning, then the chilies, and then the jerk seasoning, and that is all I'm going to use, and it's going to taste great. I had the same recipe yesterday and it tasted great. Alright, so this is the chicken what it looks like before I put on the seasoning. This is just a plain raw chicken, and I'll show you in a second what it looks like with it seasoned. And this is it after I've added the seasoning. As you can see, it's a bit more redder. I also decided to add some jerk seasoning just to make it a little bit different from yesterday, because yesterday I did the exact same recipe except for no barbecue jerk sauce. But just to make the flavor different, I decided to add it. So this is a good look of chicken right there. Extra spicy Jamaica. Right people, so as you can see, the chicken is almost cooked. So what we're going to do is start cooking the noodles. This is only going to take around 5 minutes, so I'm going to do that now with the veg. Alright people, the food is almost done. This is the chicken. In case you're wondering how to know when chicken is cooked, there's two options. One you can do is stab the chicken with like a fork. If the juices run clear, that means that there's no blood flowing out of it. It means it's probably cooked. The next surefire step is to actually slice a piece of the chicken and make sure the inside meat isn't pink and it's actually white. If the inside of the chicken is white, that means that it is cooked and you are safe to eat it. So yeah, no eating no pink chicken. That's not what we do out here. If someone gives you pink chicken, send that shit back. Alright people, the food is almost cooked, and as you can see right now, I'm also doing an Instagram live, people. Shouts out to the people that follow me on Instagram. Everyone that's here asking questions, this is where I do it. So if you need any questions asked, follow me on Instagram. It's at Chillin with TJ, and yeah. Alright people, and here's the food I'm going to eat right now. We got 4 chicken legs here, pretty big. A big portion of the noodles and the veg. And after that, what I'm going to do is eat 3 of these oranges, just for something sweet as a dessert. So yeah, I'm going to eat that right now. Alright people, it's been around 2 hours since I last seen you, and right now it's... Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 9:49.
Okay, it's 9:49. So yeah, and I actually don't feel hungry. That was a pretty filling meal, to be honest. That big heap of like noodles and then the chicken, it really did fill me up. But as it's still got a few more hours before I even go to bed, I probably won't actually be sleeping till probably like 12, 1 o'clock. I always go to bed late. So in case I do get hungry, the things I'll probably eat is, well, first off, right now I'm going to have this Smirnoff Ice just because I passed by my parents' house today and I just saw it there in their fridge, so I thought, why not take it? And it's only like, it's like lemonade really, it's not even alcohol. It is, but it's not. So yeah, and if I get hungry, in the event I actually get hungry, I'll probably just have some of these rice cakes. I have about 4 of them, they are pretty big. To be honest, I'm just not that hungry today. Probably because I started eating late. The first meal I had today wasn't that Burger King. That wasn't until like 1:30. So yeah, it was pretty late, and then the big meal I just had, I feel pretty full. Like in terms of protein intake, due to the massive amount of chicken I just had, I'm probably pretty close. Like I normally try and aim just to have at least 170 to 180 grams. With that big pile of chicken I just had, I've probably hit that anyway. But on a normal day, even if I felt like this and I didn't hit my protein, I'm not going to forcibly eat myself. One day of potentially not hitting the right calories or right protein isn't going to make me die. You know what I mean? If I was cutting, I'd be a bit more strict on it. But in terms of just, well, bulk life, I just try and eat freely. I don't personally track calories, even though the most optimal way to actually grow and gain muscle is tracking calories. I do that during cutting all the time. In terms of like a lean bulk or bulking in general, I just don't eat like a pig, and I just try and eat the right foods when I can. It's not about stress. Like people constantly stressing themselves, such as the guy I told you earlier about the the Halo top guy. A lot of you out there just really needs to try and not stress as much as you can. I know it sounds easier me saying it than doing it, but like You should never be trying to restricting your diet for like months and months and months when you crave something. If that's the case, your diet or whatever you're following right now in terms of food is probably wrong. You shouldn't be like desperately craving things and holding off for like months and months and months and months. You know what I mean? The way I see it right now is that I eat good like most of the time, in a sense. Like I cook my own meals. If I ever feel like getting a takeaway or food, I don't think about it. Like today I went to the Burger King. I will not try and tomorrow eat under my calories to try and make up for it, or try and do something else. No, the day's done. I've done it, I enjoyed it. I didn't think twice about it, and I move on. But anyways, people, I don't want to go too long and drone on in this video. Alright people, I was trying to last to the morning, but I got peckish, and I never ever during bulk periods go to bed hungry. So what I'm going to have is actually going to have one of these protein porridges, and I'm going to mix it with this. So that is going to be the final thing. Now I'm going to eat this, watch a TV show, and then go to bed. Alright, see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.